All right, hello. Welcome to episode 12 of the DaebakCast. Just before I had to ask Andrew what episode it was, because I have to do that every week. This is a podcast where three friends come together to talk about K-pop every week, and I'm joined with Nate.
A day may come where we lose, but it is not today. Today we fight.
Ooh, BTS. And Andrew.
Okay, I got three things. Oh god, I forgot. One, so okay,
I have three things. I don't remember what any of them are, but
okay, I had three things in mind. Okay, you know what I mean. So I got sent. Since I have serious FOMO, I ordered the same card Onana.
Fear of missing out. I almost bought it, but I didn't.
Yeah, that Nate has, and I bought the last one by accident. So sorry, Jacob. And so for whatever reason, I also got sent a copy of Lehi's first album. It was so the package when I saw the package, I was like, okay, this is pretty thick. Either he really wants to protect this with
he super bubble wraps them.
Yeah, he like bubble wrapped it like 5 times or whatever. And then when I opened it, it was like, what the heck is this thing? And then also he gave like sunflower seeds. Shoot, what else did I want to shout out? Number 2, the United States won the World Baseball Classic. Where Korea didn't even make it out of the group stage, which is insane, and I don't think it's ever happened like before or something like that. And
Please don't flame us.
Yeah, please don't flame us, even though
USA.
Yeah, no, we're literally number 1, like the song. And I forgot the last one, but yeah. Hi.
So he had 3 things, or 2 things.
So yeah, Andrew's third thing was that I actually had 2 things.
Yeah.
So, and I'm Jacob, in case you didn't know. It says right here, I don't know why Andrew even introduced us, but it's okay.
So I can say random English from K-pop songs.
Yeah. So, I guess I should mention for you to politely ask you to like, comment, subscribe, all that. Check out our podcasting stuff down in the description. Stitcher, Soundcloud, iTunes. Said that out of order for some reason, but who cares?
You know what I mean.
And
it's not really real order.
Follow us on Twitter, and I guess we can begin now, right?
Yeah, definitely follow us on Twitter, because if we might do like giveaways at some point soon. We think we might do one for 50 subs on YouTube, which is
literally
coming up. Is it already 2 away?
Yeah, we're at 48 right now.
Okay,
yeah.
So follow us on Twitter if you want a chance, because that's where we'll do the contest. And then we'll definitely do one for 100 subs whenever that happens.
And then our next one will be at 1 million, so you better start subbing.
Yeah. So
better jump in on
on the planet to sub.
Yeah, better jump in on the hype train now before we get too popular.
All right, so I guess we can begin. Our first topic is a review of another new album, and this one's for the newly debuted girl group Pristin. Or is it Pristin?
It's Pristin.
Okay.
But they say Pristin. I don't know.
It's Pristin, but in Korean it's Pristin.
Okay. Pristin.
Yeah, Pristin.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, I thought it was a good album, and I guess, as usual, Nate can take us through the track list.
Yep. I'm hardcore standing this group, because IOI.
Yep, that's the only reason you need.
And they
He's just listening to it, and...
They debuted on my birthday, so that was a good present. So yeah, this is their new album. It's called High Pristin. I think there's 2 versions. I can't remember which one I bought, but I'll be doing an unboxing of it. I don't remember what they were called, because they had weird names, or like version names. But yeah, the album's High Pristin, and the first song is Be the Star. Which is
Okay, yeah, so initially I was pretty surprised by this song, because it had like a really nice like electronic beat in the throughout the background, like EDM style, I guess. Mm-hmm. But it was like a song that you could easily see not being electronic.
Yeah,
like,
it's pretty like the song itself
it
is pretty standard girl group.
Yeah, like if you take just the vocals and you take the MR off, you'd be like, all right, this probably has like instrumentals and stuff in the background, kind of like an A-Pink song or something.
Yeah.
Surprised me. I liked it.
Yeah, no, this is probably one of my favorites off the album, because it kind of reminds me of, I don't know, maybe a bit of Red Velvet, or just.
I actually said that for another song.
Oh, okay, but yeah, so I was getting a lot of that off of this song, just really jazzy sort of vibe. So yeah, I liked it too.
Yep, and then whoever does the pita part.
Yeah.
That's like the cutest thing I've ever heard in K-pop.
Have you figured out who's doing all the lyrics yet?
No,
or...
I could probably. There's probably color coded.
Yeah,
lyrics videos on YouTube already.
There's an entire website for that too.
Well,
which is a lifesaver.
I think it's literally called
really
colorcodedlyrics.com or something like that.
Because there's too many damn people in that group to realize who's.
Yeah. Whenever there's a big group, it's really useful to figure out who's singing. Although with Mnet now, they're doing what I said, where they're putting the person singing above the lyrics for performances now.
Oh, they're doing that?
Why didn't they do that in the first place? Like, they had the lyrics in the bottom left corner.
Exactly.
Why didn't they just put the name?
Who's singing? I don't know. They did it for Produce 101 because there's 101 girls and you had no idea who was singing or what their name. That was like the only way to learn their names.
They're performing Pick Me and it just says all.
But then, so I was hoping I was like, why don't they do that for music shows for all these big groups that come out? And they have started doing that, so that's nice. If you want to learn people's names, I would recommend watching M Countdown performances because it tells you their names.
Mm-hmm.
Next up is Wee Woo, which is the title track.
Wee Woo. Wee Woo. Again, I always think of the freaking SpongeBob episode whenever I hear this song, the Maniac one.
I always think of like this YouTube poop that used that clip where it was back when the Slender game came out. It was Patrick walking through the city and the Slender Man just comes out from behind him and he dies.
Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. The title track's pretty polarizing, but I love it. I love it. It's catchy. It's really catchy.
For me, I think I was kind of lukewarm on it. Because I guess this is just a preface for the entire album, and generally it seems how they approached it was they kind of went with a different sound for each track, and then they're just kind of see what sticks or whatever. Like almost every song on this album has such a like vastly different sort of sound or concept. So I don't know, like. I don't know. I think the thing that kind of bothered me is that there seemed to be a heavy reliance on just the onomatopoeia. Like half the lyrics are just wee wee or dugun or boo boo or like stuff like that or whatever. So I don't know. It just kind of felt kind of weird.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, that's okay or whatever. But
I like it. I don't know. I like the song though. So
yeah, I like the song a lot.
I mean, it's catchy, but it's just. A lot of the songs seem to be very different on the album, so.
Yeah.
I can definitely see what you mean. I think for me, this song is actually, I think it's really strong for a debut. Like it's a song that'll get stuck in your head and people remember like, oh, that's Pristin.
That's usually that's usually why a lot of singles it seems like a lot of K-pop singles just use an onomatopoeia or some like really basic for the name like wee woo bang bang or like TT or like knock knock or like stuff like that. Like it's a simple like 2 or 3 word phrase that just gets stuck in your head.
Yeah, like it gets stuck in your head. Yeah. It's part of the whole marketing aspect. But I think personally I do agree with Andrew that it could have been stronger, but I think it does the job. Like I'm not even baking.
I'm just watching Andrew just fail miserably drinking out of a can.
You drink water out of a can? Is that what
he's doing? No, it was Red Bull, I think.
No, I don't drink Red Bull. That's caffeine.
Oh.
He's drinking water out of a can.
It looked like a Red Bull can.
No, look at it. It's Dasani, isn't it?
It's sparkling water. It's different.
It's different.
All right, everybody go on Twitter and flame Andrew for drinking water out of a can.
Please
don't. That A-Lee.
Please don't. But yeah, I mean,
my last takeaway. Xion is definitely my bias.
Yeah.
At the moment.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. So I wasn't 100% on, but yeah, the choreography for this song is on point. I love the choreography. Just like the little leg thing during the wee woo part, and then like during the chorus, they just do a ton of different like cute little moves that work really well together. And then at the end, they do this whole like crazy swinging their leg kick thing, and I don't know. There's just a lot of the choreo that like it's memorable for me.
I like that they sort of like I guess in the beginning they center around the person who sings first. I think it was Geun actually.
It's Geun, yeah.
Yeah, so like they make like a ring around her and then she just pops up.
Yeah.
And does her part. I like when they do that, formations and stuff.
Which one was which one did I pick again? I don't know. I keep forgetting.
You picked Kyokung.
Yeah.
Like from IOI.
Yeah, because again,
Kyokung, Pinky,
Kyokung, Jaekwang.
It's like
I don't know how to pronounce
it's
it.
Like
Chinese.
We don't speak Chinese.
Yeah, I every time there's a Chinese name, I have to look up the pronunciation because it's just so damn hard.
For her,
or something like that.
I just use Kyokung because they used it so much during IOI stuff.
Well,
they're like publicly saying like that's her stage name anyway.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. And
better
then
get used to it.
The MV is like really weird, but they all look.
Yeah, they're like, why are there police cars and stuff?
It's like one of them's like making tarot cards float around, and
yeah, I think it was what the heck is? She's the one who's American.
It's
Kyla, I think her name is.
Yeah, Kyla.
Okay,
yeah,
so it's apparently
she's one of the only ones I recognize so far.
All right, according to Google's translate lady, it's Jie Chung, something like that. I know I'm probably butchering it because I can't pronounce. Jie Chung. Something like that.
But they all look really good in the music video.
Yeah, no, the styling is really
like,
on
the styling is really good and everything.
Yeah, I thought it was
just a weird. I don't know why they have magic.
I thought it was you'd be able to mistake it for a JYP video because of how good the styling is.
Actually, I agree with that. It does look just like something JYP would do.
Yeah, it looks like something Twice would like have.
One of the scenes that seemed different than the others is the one with the girl. She's like on the treadmill, like just doing weights.
I didn't get that either.
I can't remember her name.
She got like pink hair or something.
No,
at least in that
she's
shot.
the one with the blonde bob cut.
Oh, okay. So she's actually got blonde hair.
Yeah, I can't remember.
This is pink in those shots.
I can't remember their name yet. Yeah, that's weird. But then later on, she's on like a weird conveyor belt and falls off.
Yeah.
Wait, really? I don't remember.
Yeah, it's just like really random
she's
stuff.
She's just sitting cross-legged on a conveyor belt, and she just falls off. Like, she doesn't move at all. It just falls off.
Yeah, she does her line and then just like goes over. It's pretty funny.
It's really weird.
Okay.
But yeah, I like the song a lot.
Yeah, the MV was pretty fun, and I think it's a good first step overall.
Next is Black Widow.
Probably my
hype.
Probably my favorite song on the
Eggy.
Yeah.
Huh?
Says Eggy.
Yeah, because again, like I was mentioning before, it's just like each song seems to have such a different sound. So going from listening to this like consecutively, or like listening to the whole album, going from Woo Woo to Black Widow was just like, whoa, where did this come from? It just like it's just like a complete 180 where Woo Woo was kind of like your typical like bubbly like girl group type of song. This is a really hard hitting like trap beat, like fierce girl concept sort of thing. I like it.
Yeah.
I think again, maybe it's just because we tend to see a lot of girl groups do songs that are similar to the style of Wee Woo. I think it'd be nice if they started incorporated stuff like Black Widow more often as well, just so that they'd be able to stand out more. At least because again, like they from what I want to see this live. I want to see. Has there been
a live performance?
Okay, I'll need to go. I'll need to go.
It.
Yeah, I need to go look it up, or we'll link it in the description if we had. But yeah, like it seems like a pretty good song live. Or just like I love the vocal arrangement and everything and the rapping. Who's the lead rapper for the group? I can't really.
Well, Na Young does a lot of rapping, and then Yebin or Reina does a lot of rapping too. And there's one other one. I can't remember her name. Which one it is. But yeah.
Wait, who's the girl with the blonde hair who does like sort of rap? I guess
I'm not sure.
Is that might be the other one? I don't know. But yeah, actually, Andrew made a similar thing saying like that they should do songs that are different to stand out more, which I think they definitely should do because they have the sort of the IOI thing to popularity to ride upon.
Yeah, especially
as far as sort of a Kickstarter.
Yeah, definitely.
They could, take something like Black Widow, I guess, make it more, like, refined for a title track usage. And then I think they could get a lot of time out of it, like, sort of like CLC did by changing to more of, like, a Hobgoblin style.
Yeah.
Not saying go, like, completely that different, but, like, something, I guess.
To be completely honest, at least in the current girl group sort of space, Bar like CLC, I don't really know too many like fierce girl group concepts that are still around. Like, I guess you could sort of say that Blackpink is, but I don't know. YG's
Dreamcatcher kind of.
Yeah, or like Dreamcatcher is
with
just
all
like
the metal J-pop beat.
Yeah, they're kind of like J-pop noir-ish, but this seems more of like something along the lines of like what a 4 Minute did back.
Yeah, 4 Minute. Yeah, it reminded me a lot of 4 Minute. But yeah, I think the biggest problem is just this isn't nearly as popular in Korea.
Yeah, it's not.
And Weiwoo is. So like this would get them international fans where Weiwoo gets them fans domestically. And I think that's what they went with for the title track.
I can understand that.
I think they're trying to go for definitely more of a twice market, pretty much.
Yeah. And I mean, also on top of IOI, they had a year's worth of pre-debut
as Pledis girls. Yeah,
they did concerts like I want to say they did weekly concerts as Pledis girls last year. I could be wrong. They definitely did monthly.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think they did weekly. So they have a lot of fans already. Plus, just Pledis is a big group, and After School hasn't done anything for years. So
yeah,
like and so like people will support them. Like 17 fans will probably support them because they're 17's like sister group and stuff. So
well, I mean, I guess they're pretty much supposed to be like the female like 17. So
yeah, exactly.
But they didn't. They don't have a name in their group name, and they don't have 17 members, or just like 13.
They also don't have They don't have horrible stage names. Back to 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's
none of them have horrible stage names.
Yeah,
they're not called like S-Coops or any of that bullcrap.
S-Coops or
it's just actual legitimate names. I mean, is there any particular reason why Yebin got changed to Reina? Or
that's the confusing. Cool. They changed the names of some of the like Produce 101 contestant girls that we knew as like I knew Yebin from Produce 101.
Where do you even get Reina
from? A month ago changed to Reina, which is weird because
there's also
Reina which is Pledis. So it's just like
we'll just spell it. We'll just spell it different.
Yeah, it's spelled differently in English.
In English it'll be spelled different, but in Korean it's just gonna be pronounced the same thing. So go figure.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's so funny because they'll be like, "You're the new Reina and you're the old Reina."
So literally,
every time old Reina is not going to work for Pledis very much longer.
Oh no!
After School is gone this year.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone can see the writing on the wall.
Nana will stay and
be ready to add them to the rip list.
Yeah.
I'll have them on standby, definitely.
Oh, before we keep going, I want to mention this whole album was like self-produced by them.
Yeah. I saw.
So they.
Okay. I didn't even know that. That's awesome.
Yeah, no. If you look at a lot of the writing credits, you see a lot of the members. So.
Yeah, they had a hand in, or members of the group had a hand in creating all these songs. So, that's really good.
Yeah, definitely.
Really cool.
Again, we saw that trend with which one we were talking about before? Was it? It was the GOT7 album, right? Where last week where they had a lot of.
Last week. Yep, and then Daya's new album is the same where. All of them they're all helping to produce. I actually read this week that a couple of Daya members are actually also making one of the songs that's going to be on Tiara's last album.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that's interesting.
So they're producing a song for Tiara.
Just as a side note, I guess this is your animal fact of the week or whatever. I don't know, but like Black Widows apparently, after they mate with the male, they just straight up they freaking kill them and then eat them. That's the most like freaking metal ass thing I've ever heard. Freaking they just murder the male afterwards. I don't know why. Them. Maybe it's some weird like ritualistic thing, but yeah, they sacrifice them, so that'd be interesting. That'd be an interesting concept.
That'd be exactly why they're called Black Widows. The emphasis on the widow.
The widow.
Or no. I'm saying, or like it'll be an interesting concept if like, or is their fan club are all the guys in the fan club we have to be sacrificed to Pristin?
Yeah, the Pristin's fan club is gonna be called Sacrificial Lambs.
another random. Of course, we don't go on tangents ever, but someone was saying Dreamcatcher's fandom name should be Nightmares, since they're going,
Nightmares.
That'd be
which
good.
is
Going
like
to be
hardcore
Nightmares.
metal. I like it. Okay, let's go on the next song, which is Running. It reminds me a lot of Ape Inc.
Yeah, kind of a
it's-
standard run of the mill or standard
Yeah.
sound of a girl group kind of thing.
Okay, my favorite part of the song was you had to listen like way back in the track, but there was like really cool brass, hidden in the background.
Oh, really?
Like there like trumpets and stuff like going off.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of strings and a lot of trumpets, and then it was like over some synth sounds.
Yeah,
which
it's
is
a
pretty
very
cool.
Yeah, there was
electropop
like bass
style.
throughout too.
Yeah.
But I liked it.
Mhm.
Is that all we have?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thumbs
pretty
up from
much.
Jacob.
I mean,
Yeah. It did
Uh,
stand
it
out
was a
much.
good song. I liked it.
Next is Over and Over. It's a ballad.
It's a ballad.
It's a
I actually
ballad.
put that on my notes.
It's a really good showcase of their vocals.
Yeah, no, it is. It is.
And that's, I mean, they kind of have to have a ballad on the album just to showcase their vocals.
Yeah, that's kind of a
And
mandatory
Korea loves ballads.
Yep,
so.
definitely.
There were a lot of really good harmonies in it too. Actually, I don't know if you're paying attention to them a lot, but
Yeah.
it was good.
Oh, yeah. One thing I really liked about it was sort of like it was like an R&B style. Whatever. It reminded me very strongly of like a Red Velvet ballad.
Yeah,
Like
again,
off of like the Velvet, that album.
I get a
It
lot of Red
definitely
Velvet
like
vibes
reminded me
from
of
them.
that.
Yeah,
I mean, since it's self-produced, I'm sure they get a lot of
inspiration.
from other girl groups and stuff. So
Mhm.
I wouldn't doubt if Red Velvet was within their repertoire, considering how popular they are.
Yep.
And last, but not least, is We, which is my favorite song, which is kind of cheating because it was their pre-debut single from like last summer.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that is why. One of my notes
uh,
was, I feel as if I've heard the
I've heard the
song
song
before,
before.
and
Yeah.
I don't know where.
It came out last summer. There's a music video. It was their like pre-debut single.
Okay.
But they included it at the end of the
I
album,
get-
obviously.
I get a lot of G-Friend vibes from this because
Yeah.
there's a lot of string. There's a
There's a lot of strings.
heavy arrangement on from strings, but yeah, I like the song, and it's a good way to close out the album. And again, they'd probably get a lot of traction in Korea going with this sort of. Again, if I were to pick which of the songs would probably get them the most like sort of exposure, it'd probably be this and then Wee Woo, because those are these like the whole like kind of like pretty girl sort of that, I don't know, innocent kind of concept that seems to fly right now. So yeah, I'm sure that's what their follow-up's probably going to be as well.
I really like the way this song starts out. Like it starts out really thin and like sort of empty, and then it just abruptly fills right up. I like that part in the beginning.
Yeah. So
Nice
yeah, you've
start.
definitely heard this song before.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like I've heard this song before,
Yep,
and I
you
couldn't
have.
figure out where.
Do we know
Go.
exactly how is the album being received in Korea so far? Or,
I'm not sure. I haven't looked
like,
into it too much.
how do we know how they're doing on sales or?
Do you
No,
think
I'm not
sales
sure.
are already out? Yeah, they're always out the day after. So
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure.
But
Um,
I can see them doing well though.
I mean, they're probably not going crazy, but I think they're probably doing decent for a debut.
Yeah.
Like we said, they
Yeah.
had a year's
I
worth
doubt
of
they're gonna
pre-debut.
win, but I'm sure they'll get pretty decent chartage.
Yeah, again, like they have the IOI bump essentially,
Yeah.
like right
Yeah.
off the bat. So they're gonna attract a lot of fans and gonna have a very like huge groundswell of support just from the beginning. So again, that's probably gonna be the same story when it comes to almost all of the IOI derivatives. I mean, it seems like WJSN's fairly popular.
Yeah, we only have like one, maybe. Well, we have two, I guess, whenever Somi debuts, but that could be years from now.
Yeah, God knows when
but
she's gonna debut.
Really, we only have one more group, which is Fantagio's group, which they just opened a V Live. They're debuting this summer.
Do they have a name yet?
Do they have members
No,
already too?
No, they have just Yu
Just
Jung
Yu Jung and Do
I
Young?
think they said
Okay.
that there's gonna be 8, like tentative right now.
That's
'cause I think
interesting
the
because they
picture-
tend to go with odd numbers rather than even numbers because
The
it's easier to
picture-
do choreography.
I think the picture on the V Live is like Yu Jung and Doyeon with like 6 other girls turned around. It's like you can see their backs.
Ah,
I think But no, they don't have a name yet. They're like using iTeen Girls as a like pre-debut name. Yeah, I guess that's what Fantagio calls their trainees. Because apparently Astro went as iTeen Boys for before debut, so that's just kind of a placeholder name that they use.
Oh, I thought we made the joke before that, or I think we made the joke at one time or another that they should just be called like Fantagio Girls or whatever, just like Floodus Girls.
Yeah. So yeah, we have that group which will come out this summer. Chungha's debuting in like a few weeks, and she's gonna be the new Hyuna, like Boa. She's gonna be more like Boa because she can sing really well.
And and she's too young to go full Hyuna. I mean, damn. She's 20.
Hyuna's not even that old though.
Yeah, no, Hyuna's
like 23.
Yeah, Hyuna's my age. So.
And then Sohei is actually gonna be in a drama soon.
Oh, cool. So she is going back into acting.
So she's got a drama lined up. May or may not be coming out already. I'm not 100% sure. And yeah, who knows when Somi's coming out with anything.
Somi's gonna be just on TV all the time.
Yeah, because she seems really like Korea seems to love her on any like variety show or whatever or music show that she's on.
Speaking of today, I saw her. I was watching like a clip from "I Can See Your Voice." She was like lip syncing to this song, and it's like, I don't know. It's just funny because she had this other woman with her. It's like the host, that other lady who hosts the show with Eric Dom. I forget what it's called, but anyways,
not sure.
BTS was on that show, and she co-hosts with Eric Dom, and she was doing it with Somi, and she was putting so much, like, they were both putting so much emotion to it because it was like a soulful, like black lady, like R&B, like super powerful song. So she was like,
yeah, no, she funny.
Somi does that all the time.
Well, I mean, she's a 15-year-old, so she's very much a child at this point.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
she's gonna act like a funny like child on all the shows, which is gonna make it amazing. So yeah.
Yep. So yeah, one last thing about Pristin. If you want to check out Seungyeon, they're like, I think she's the Maknae. She's really young. But she was on Girl Spirit. Which was like Seungyeon. She's
I think the Maknae is Kyla though.
Oh, is Kyla younger? Okay.
Yeah, Kyla's like the same
Kyla's
age as Somi,
15.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jesus Christmas.
And then so Seungyeon like just above her, then she's pretty young too, I think.
Yo, shit! Like Kyla was born in 2001. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous.
Same as Somi. But yeah, so she was on Girl Spirit, which is like was a competition thing they did last year with 10 vocalists from girl groups that haven't won first place on a music show. So
I need to watch that again.
It's really good.
I need to watch through it.
It's really good.
That one clip you showed me of the girl, she was from WJSN, I think, doing Himne.
Yeah, that one did Himne.
Yeah, she was great.
It's Seungyeon. I keep saying Seungyeon from Kara. Seungyeon.
Seungyeon.
Yeah. But she was on that show. She was the youngest on the show. I believe. Wait, maybe not. No, April Jinsul was the youngest. But it was interesting because they debuted on that show.
Played Girls?
Yeah, when they introduced them, they had their group perform like part of a song, like part of one of their like songs, and then
was it all 10 of them or just
yeah, I think it was all. I'm not 100% sure if all of them were there, because I don't know if Na Young and Pinky were there since they might have been doing IOI stuff. Too. But they performed and then she came out, but she did a really good job. She's a really good singer, so check out Girl Spirit. All the group, I mean, obviously all the singers on that show were really good, but she was exceptionally good for being a group that debuted on the show. Like that was their first performance on TV. So yeah, we can move on to the next topic if you want.
Boom, Nate, you're up.
Yep. Next topic. I guess I kind of did an unintentional series this week or this month with horrible and good stage names, and then horrible and good fandom names, and now I guess I don't really have any horrible ones because most of the horrible ones don't exist.
Yeah.
They just say hi.
Like they didn't try that.
Yeah. So I was gonna talk about group intros, so like interesting ones. So I guess start off with the obvious is Mamamoo.
Yeah, theirs is the best. Like
They harmonize.
clearly.
And
Well,
they're
they gotta show off that vocal talent, man.
Yep.
Well, I mean that's what their whole group is about. Is their vocal talent.
Yeah, like the whole point of Mamamoo is that everyone can sing. Even the rapper
pretty
can
much.
sing.
Even Moonbell. Yeah, it's great.
So yeah, if you don't know, they do like a harmonized version of saying their name. We're not gonna attempt it here, because I don't know if any of us can sing, let alone harmonize. Andrew, you were leaning into the mic to say something. It looked like.
Oh.
Mama.
Well, I mean, I know in one of in one of their songs is like "We are Mamamoo," but like I guess that's usually what they do. They harmonize all the time, so I mean it's no different.
I think I loved it most during the Mr. Ambiguous era because they'd use the mustache things on their finger.
Yep. Next I have Twice, which is 1 in a million. Actually, do
Weird Twice.
1 in a million with your
I wonder if they
zeros.
I wonder if they would do that in English, like when they perform in the U.S. Whenever, like 1 in a million, we are Twice, or do you think they just say, "Hey, we're Twice"?
They'd probably do 1 in a million. I mean, they say it in English in Korea, so.
Yeah, I'm sure that's.
No, I mean like for the we're Twice part, I guess.
Oh, I don't know. Probably We're Twice.
Because I mean,
I
don't know if you have this on your list, but EXO has a pretty interesting one.
No, I didn't have EXO.
We are one.
Yeah, they're like we are one. 안녕하세요, EXO입니다. Like that sort of thing. So, but again, like they kind of ties into the whole concept that every like EXO-L, the fans are part of EXO. So yeah, we are one.
EXO has millions of members.
Yeah, again, technically speaking, EXO would probably set the world record for most members in one idol group.
The whole world. An interesting note kind of with that was like apparently when Super Junior introduces themselves, afterwards their fans introduce themselves to Super Junior. So it's like Super Junior Imnida, cool. And then all the fans go Elf Imnida to them
like
back,
actually,
which is pretty cool.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
So like there's
I've never
Super
heard of
Junior
that.
doesn't have any like fancy introduction, but that's like a thing that apparently their fans do. Next SNSD.
They just say, "Hey, we're."
I know they do Jigum and Sonoshide sometimes.
Yeah,
not always, but they.
Okay, yeah, I guess they do that afterwards. They're usually like "안녕하세요, 소녀시대입니다," and then that's it.
Yeah, which is like now it's Girls' Generation, or like right now it's Girls' Generation.
Oh, Jigum and Sonoshide, yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's the whole fan chant. It's like part of the first part of the fan chant.
Yeah.
I want to partake in that so bad. Yeah.
I can't
again
remember it all.
when I saw them for that fan meet, I had no idea who SNSD was, let alone what the hell a fan chant was. But I'm fairly sure everyone. No, freaking people were doing the fan chants when they were showing their music videos before they even went on.
Oh yeah,
they were just showing the video for freaking Into the New World, O, and all that sort of stuff. And I'm just like, what the hell are they screaming at? They're screaming at the television.
The fan chant in English basically translate to right now it's Girls' Generation, tomorrow it's Girls' Generation, forever it's Girls' Generation, and then I love you, Girls' Generation.
We love you, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see for how much longer.
Yeah, so it's
forever. It's forever.
Well, I mean, hey, sort of breaking news that happened today. Since while we're on the topic of
say Sonoshide Sarange.
Yeah. No, I didn't say it, but
I know you did.
But yeah, we got the news today that over the next month, who is it? We're going to get
Hyeon and Yuna have singles, is what they said.
And they're gonna do something every month in terms of SNSD leading up to their 10th anniversary.
Please, reality show, please.
Which is in August.
Probably will be an album. I don't know. I mean,
it'll be an album.
If it's not an album, I'm gonna be pissed. But I mean, I'm fairly sure it's an album, and then we'll see.
Album and United States tour, please.
World tour.
We'll see.
We'll see. Actual world tour.
That's the yeah. Like again, I was talking about this to I guess this is gonna leak into my topic or whatever. I was talking about this when I was in line for Hyorin, but it always pisses me off how SM's like, we're going on a world tour. In
They
Asia.
go to like China. Yeah, they go
Yeah,
to China, and that's it.
Or no, did they have an SM town in like Brazil or something? I'm fairly
Yeah.
sure. I'm fairly sure they did. I'm just like, how do you go to South America before you even come back to the United States again? What the hell, SM?
Next on my list is IOI.
What's theirs?
There's this Yes, I Love It, which is really weird.
Yeah.
But it's
Did they
catchy.
even wait? Did they even say
Yes, I love
hello
it.
or IOI or?
Yeah, they afterwards.
Okay.
They just show up and say, "Yes, I love it," and walk off.
Don't introduce themselves at all.
But wait, what
It's
does
like,
"Yes,
what's
I
it?
love it" mean? Like, why do you say "Yes, I
Means
love
I don't
it"?
know.
I
They
love
just
it.
came up with it, and
It's
it
what
was
people
catchy.
say when they see IOI. Yes, I
Yeah.
love it.
Exactly.
True that.
I don't know. I like it. It's weird, but I like it.
Yes, I love it.
Exactly.
Nate, you missed the opportunity.
I know I did. I missed my pun, which is bad because I don't usually do that. Girls' Day. Every day, Girls' Day.
Okay, that makes sense.
I've never
I like
actually
that one.
heard theirs. Oh,
Yeah,
shoot.
which is actually interesting because they don't do the 1, 2, 3. Literally, I think Sojin just says every day, and then they all say Girls' Day. So instead of counting
Every
down, they
day, Girls' Day.
yeah, pretty much. So
I'm
one's
excited
good.
for their comeback.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been looking good.
The teasers looked
Been,
good.
like 2 years since.
Yeah.
Has it really
Since
been
Ring My
2
Bell.
years?
I think it was like 18 months or
Like-
something. It was like one of the longest breaks for like a K-pop.
Because
group ever.
what was their last release?
Or like 20. It was
Ring My
Ring My
Bell.
Bell,
Ring My Bell. Yeah, like
which was
again, that's
like it was like mid 2015. It was like 20 months ago or something.
God. That was before I even knew who you guys were. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's such a long
Oh yeah,
time
it was
ago.
a long time ago. Sistar. You guys know Sistars?
No, and I probably should because I
Jacob,
literally
you know
just saw
Sistars?
Hyoden.
Yeah, but she probably wouldn't have done
I don't know.
Sistar's intro.
Maybe.
You know it, Jacob?
I don't know Sistars
don't know.
actually.
We're the BEST Sistar.
They
Oh.
might have. They might have. I don't know. I
You
couldn't.
should-
I couldn't remember
oh,
if they did
That
it.
one's
At the...
good.
No, I think they did.
BEST.
Yeah,
'Cause-
because it's
like a
from
rap.
their debut song.
Because I think they again. I don't know. I know
think
Hyoden
they
better
did.
than I know Sistar, but I think I remember Hyoden did some Sistar songs, so that's probably somewhere in there. I'll talk about it more in my topic.
Laboom. They say I've fallen for you. We're Laboom. But they do like peekaboo with their hands, which is cute.
Right through the
I
heart,
love
man.
Laboom.
I want to see
Right.
that in person.
Hopefully,
Definitely.
if they're Toronto KCON, I'll be so happy. If it's Laboom.
I mean, it
It's
makes
like,
sense.
all right, I'm buying
wait,
5
wait.
tickets.
It makes sense because remember we were I still have to back it, but they're doing a make star for their album that should be released in April, so May would be perfect
They'd be
timing.
promoting, yeah. Or very good.
I was
Either
thinking about
one.
getting one. I'm not sure though.
For Laboom?
Not sure yet. Yeah.
I'll
Just
probably
to
back.
support.
Yeah, I'll probably back
I
both
love
Laboom
Laboom.
and Very Good.
I keep going back and forth on if I want to do Stellars. But they already have 921%.
Yeah, they're almost 1,000
So they don't really
supported.
need... But I
Yeah.
kind of want to get them to 1,000%, which is just ridiculous.
They have
Yeah,
a
so they can have
ridiculous amount.
advertisements
Like
at
how
Subway.
low did they set the
Yeah,
goal?
exactly.
That's insane. Like are there that many Stellar fans or whatever? Or
Stellar's really popular.
Stellar's pretty popular,
international
yeah.
Fans.
So
You ever
why-
seen Vibrato? Like, come on, dude.
why are they why are they like doing it on Makestar then if they're that popular?
They're really popular with international fans, I think.
Okay,
and
so that's probably
a good
why.
way to get international fans
Yeah, if there's
money.
one
I feel like Makestar is definitely like
an international fan thing
marketed towards international fans.
because they actually give the prices in US dollars or
Yeah,
you can choose
Well, the
that.
whole site's in English.
Yeah, that's true. But the thing is though, obviously part of the reward is like, oh, you can go to like a special like fan
Fan
meet
meets
or
and
like
stuff.
a screening
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah,
and it's like,
in
well, that's
Seoul.
entirely useless to
Yeah.
me. But
Well,
I'm sure that,
those are for the rich Korean fans.
yeah, because like again, like the
They're
jumps
always,
from
like,
the jumps from
$800.
yeah, the tier goes from like 90 cents to $40 to like $80 to like 200 then 400 then
Laboom
Then there's one
is
for
a
like
little different,
800
'cause
bucks.
They didn't have Laboom didn't have just album, which is usually like the $25 tier. They just went from like digital certificate
To a signed album.
plus. Well, they're always signed, but album plus phone ringtone thingy.
which is totally worth
What
it.
is that?
They basically it's just a bunch of it's just all of the members leaving you a good morning message, and then you can make that your alarm or whatever.
Like an MP3 or whatever.
Dead.
Yeah,
I'd
I
be
can use that as my wake up alarm.
Hell yes, I'm all for that. I need more of that in my life.
No, I jumped up because I wanted the photo shoot and the Polaroid from So Young.
All right. Are we going to be
okay.
doing an unboxing of that?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Presumably, right? Yeah. Okay.
Especially because they're like you get like a special version for
La boom, the party.
Okay.
Plus,
all right. So then
my name's gonna be in their music video. So.
Okay. Yeah. Wait.
It'll
you have
just
to...
come down. Nathan Swisher.
Totally
You'll just be like.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like you see this? I funded this.
Next, I have AOA. They do angel wings with their hands when they do like. Like the butterfly angel wings thing.
To me, this is always like an eagle. Like
it's always been a butterfly to me, but they do.
I just think of Napoleon Dynamite.
I saw that movie once and I hated that movie.
Yo, how do you hate Napoleon Dynamite?
Come on, dude.
Horrible.
That was my middle school years, man.
I saw that movie once in high school and I was like, this movie is really bad.
It's not.
There was the only funny joke was the shooting the cow in front of the little kids. That was the only thing I laughed at in the entire movie. But that's another topic for not this show. Astro.
One more thing about Napoleon Dynamite. There's so many dance covers of the freaking talent show scene. I can't even take it. Like people literally took the choreography from that scene and replicated it for people to see.
Which is amazing. Anyway.
I have Astro. They say "wanna be your star," which is good. Astro.
Also, because they have the
puns.
Also, because they have the same name as one of my favorite baseball teams.
The Houston Astros?
Houston Astros. Yeah.
Why are you a Houston Astros fan? You live in...
Shut up, Andrew.
You live in upstate New York. How did that happen?
You don't live in Boston either. It's because, basically because originally my dad was a fan of them because my aunt lived in Houston.
Okay, that makes sense.
And it trickled down to me.
Well, again, that's how I'm a Boston fan because my dad watched the Celtics in the Philippines. So
yeah, I would wear my Houston Astros hat all the time, but it's like I got dog hair all over and I can't get it off here with a lint roller, and it's really frustrating.
Has Astro ever worn a Houston Astros jersey? Because that'd probably be a really good
that'd be the most sick.
At some point, it probably will happen.
I have an Astros jersey. I'll wear it next week.
Or no, not like you know the really cool looking like 80s Astro jersey that looks like that's just like a bunch of like it's just like the navy blue and the orange stripe and the yellow stripe. That's probably one of my favorite baseball jerseys ever. So just seeing that'd make an amazing concept. So yeah, Astro, you can get you can get that idea for free. You have to
the
buy
one I have is similar to that actually.
Okay.
I'll wear it next week. You guys can see its glory.
Okay.
Now we can move on.
Got 7. They say come and get it.
Come and get it.
Got 7. Got come and get it. Got.
I don't remember that from the concert. I mostly don't remember that from the concert because it's just my memory of the Got 7 concert is just
come and get it. I think. Well, actually, I don't know if they say it in English or Korean. Probably English.
Probably maybe English, but I probably couldn't remember it because all I can remember from that is just constant screaming. So yeah, you probably couldn't hear the because I think there was one. I don't know if maybe they did a group intro, but I think what I find common whenever I see K-pop groups live is that they introduce member by member, and so pretty much. They can't even make it past all of the members because everyone's just like screaming so damn loud, so they can't even do like the whole thing. Same thing with
I can't wait for SNSD to come to America so I can hear Yuri speak English.
Yeah,
because it's hilarious.
It is pretty hilarious. Red Velvet.
What is theirs?
Can you do it, Jacob?
I don't know it actually.
You don't know? You know? You should know Red Velvet.
I do, but I don't know if that's
their debut song.
Oh yeah, happiness. Yeah, that's what they say. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Okay.
So yeah, they just go happiness, Red Velvet, and yeah, but they do it way higher pitched than me.
Happiness. I lost the ability to do that 15 years ago.
Block B's is pretty good.
What is it?
They say, "Do you want to be Block B?"
Hey, I like that. Are there solo artists that do this sort of thing? Or...
Not really. They just usually say their own name.
Yeah, because
hey, I'm Boa.
Yeah, because I never really, every time I've seen a solo, I've never really seen them say that. So
I guess Zico goes Z-I-Co.
Which is the catchiest thing. What I mean, that's just
I love Zico. Zico is the best.
Yeah, I think he's probably one of my favorites. But I think that just probably stems from his like rappers. Usually, whenever they're on a song, they gotta say their name in a unique way.
Yeah, it's the same as like JYP and Brave Sound and all that stuff.
Brave Brothers, he's pretty lazy though. He has the artist say Brave Sound.
Yeah,
he doesn't even say it.
He doesn't say it himself.
Unless that was him in Sunmi's song. I'm not sure though. In Full Moon.
I'm not sure about Sunmi's.
I don't know if it was actually him or some random guy.
If you do it, JYP. JYP should have whispered it. It should be like Brave Sound.
Dude, that would have been weird.
That would have been genius. I have one more, which is Rainbow, and they say rip Rainbow. They went on vacation. But they say,
that's cold. That's cold.
They say Rainbow has risen, which is pretty good.
Oh. Rainbow has risen,
but they're
from
dead.
The dead. Yeah. Rainbow ain't really dead.
Yeah.
Rard. The next group is gonna be Rard.
That's
the next DSP group is Rard.
RARD.
Yeah. Or just RAR, like WinRAR. And they give away their music for free and tell you that you only get a 40-day trial. Then you just click X.
Yeah, have you ever met anyone that's actually paid for WinRAR? I don't think I've ever met anyone that's ever paid for WinRAR.
At this point, I don't even think they bother with trying to get you to pay for it.
Yeah.
This is the most tangent thing in our history. But anyways.
Yeah, we're talking about WinRAR on a K-pop podcast.
Yeah, apparently that is their business model, is that they give it away so that they have as big of an install base as possible, to the point where the file format is really widespread, so that when businesses use it, businesses have to buy it so that they don't get legal fees.
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
Anyway,
genius. So semi-tangent, but again, I'm not really familiar with too many. Even though at this point I've probably been to more K-pop concerts than all of us combined, or I haven't.
No,
I don't really
infinite
remember.
amount more than me.
Yeah, I probably don't.
I don't know. We're probably close.
No, come on.
I just saw them all in 2012.
Yeah, I've spread out mine throughout like 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, I went to like 10 K-pop concerts in the course of like 4 months.
I'm probably gonna go to 10 K-pop concerts by the end of this year. At this point,
probably.
Yeah. Anyway, the only really one I'm familiar with is Perfume J-pop. They're just pretty cool because they're only 3 members, so they're just like say like like Kashioka desu, Achan desu, Nochi desu, Sannin awasete, and then they do Perfume desu. Like they do like this really cute move that everyone like screams at the top of their lungs. At the concert, so
that's one thing I didn't write down any groups that just do movements. I guess I did AOAs, but like a lot of them do like cute movements like that when they say their name.
Yo, I made sure to memorize that before every concert. The Perfume des.
Yeah, yes, K-pop podcast.
We
don't talk about J-pop here.
Are there any K-pop? Are there K-pop groups that do sort of move? Because I'm trying to think. Like there has to be.
There are K-pop groups that do movements.
Because the only thing I really
Mamamoo does the.
Oh yeah, I guess but the only thing I really see anyone do is just like they bow and like respectfully like sing like.
No, sometimes they'll do stuff.
Respectfully sing.
I know like. Daebak does something like they like do a smiley face and then like.
Oh, because they're from Happy. Because they're from Happy Face.
Happy Face.
So when they say like Daebak and Mina, they do like they draw like a smiley face with their finger and then do something like that. Yeah, some groups do some movements. I'm trying to think of what other groups that I can think of that do movements like that. Yeah, like I said, Laboom does the peekaboo thing.
Okay, yeah.
That was it.
Okay, so
that was my list.
We can move on to topic 3. Andrew,
what?
Take it away.
Huh?
Topic
set. Too. I just said in
or
French.
Sam.
Yeah, 3. Okay. Anyway. I guess that's it for topic 2. Nate was just thinking.
Yeah. I'm done unless you guys had any.
No, we're good.
I don't have any.
We'll just cut it there for like the breakout. We'll just cut it there so people are just like, "Yo, what the hell happened? Why didn't Nate finish thinking of other groups that do moves for their intro?" It's just like a to be continued. Anyway, so my topic again, following up like on. I'm literally going to like 7 concerts in 1 month at this point. Or I've reached the end of going to like all the concerts in the month of March. So, this past week.
What's
the
next?
month of March is
EXO?
almost over.
Yeah, I'm done with concerts this month. So, next would be EXO in April, towards the end of April, and then the following that would obviously be
KARD.
Yeah, Toronto K-pop.
Code!
And
Plus
then,
whatever girl group we see.
Yeah, and then after that would be
I am hyped.
After that would be KCON in June. So anyway, this past week I saw Jessie and Kyorin back to back days, which is fairly tiring, especially since I was filming vlogs the entire time. So I guess I just wanted to talk about them like I did with the past other concerts. So for Jessie, they did it at some. It was like a nightclub. It was called like Stage 48. I don't know. I'd never went there before, but the interesting thing is they had to sort of lower the age of entry because usually with nightclubs,
lowered it.
Yeah, no. Usually with nightclubs, it's usually you have to be 21 or over.
Yeah,
they were IDing and everything, but.
Okay.
For this, they made it 16 and over because like 90%
K-pop
of
fans.
Yeah, 90% of K-pop fans wouldn't be able to get in if it was just 21 or over. Speaking of,
what would you say the average age in the room was?
Probably
16.
No, probably my age actually, because again,
cool.
Because Jessie is not that popular when it comes to like sort of mainstream K-pop.
Yeah, it comes to fangirls.
Because she's pretty much Jessie being a rapper or just like a female rapper especially, she's not gonna garner as many fans as like I don't know, just like a mainstream sort of girl group or a boy group or whatever.
Got 7.
Yeah. So pretty much, it was a good mix. Like you'd, like ranging of ages. Speaking of IDs though, I'm a dumbass. I left my wallet in my pants, so I didn't know they.
You came without pants?
No.
What are you doing?
No, freaking it was cold that day. Are you kidding me? So what I did was
you can see Andrew on the vlog. Like, all right, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get in. I came. I don't have pants. I left my wallet in the pants.
No, so first off, the guy was just like, "Yo, if you just give me $40, I'll let you in." But no,
did he really
bribe him?
Yeah, no, he really. That's a common thing in New York, because I mean,
give me $40, I'll let you in.
Yeah, the security guys just really don't give a shit because they need the money. They don't get paid enough to deal with it. So, what I did was I called up my dad after, and I'm just like, okay, I left my wallet. Can you take a picture of my driver's license? He took a picture of my driver's license. I show it to the guy, and then he just lets me in. Because I mean, I'm 23. It's not like I'm gonna like underage drink or something. I don't drink anyway. But
yeah.
So yeah, it was more of a club environment, obviously, because it's at a nightclub sort of thing.
Because it's at a club.
Yeah, obviously. So the DJ beforehand was DJ Sanchez. I forget if I told you about this. He's the guy that always plays at Filipino parties I go to for whatever reason.
Really?
Yeah. And he was DJing at a KCON, but
he was playing Nobody by Wonder Girls.
Yeah, he was the one. Or he'd play Nobody. He'd play Wedding Dress for whatever reason. But yeah, I specifically remember him because he'd spam K-pop songs when at Filipino parties. But I'm just like, I'm not complaining. So yeah, shout outs to DJ Sanchez. We should hook up an interview with him or something. Since he's local or whatever. Anyway, so once the concert finally started, there was an opening act called it was this hip hop duo from Virginia, I believe, like a Korean American hip hop duo named You're the Ox. Again, I didn't really. I usually, whenever I go to see concerts, I usually try to look up the opening acts because I want to see like who's, what their music is like. I didn't get a chance to, but oh my god, they like blew my mind, like how good they are. Like
really,
they're really good.
I looked them up, and I think they're under Transparency Agency.
Yeah, they're under Transparency because DJ Vermin from Far East Movement was their DJ for the night. So yeah, they're really good. Like again, I'm a really big hip hop fan outside of K-pop. They're really legit when it comes to like how fast they can spit bars. Like, oh my god, they were like, they're pretty much, again, it's not really like a sort of K-pop sort of sound. It's more of like it sounds like an American hip hop sort of thing. But I enjoyed it so much. Then they have good crowd interaction and everything, and they were just like, they were just like, it's pretty weird seeing so many girls at a concert. We're usually used to just playing in
just
like
a bunch of dudes.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of dudes because usually it's just like a heavily male crowd at underground hip hop concerts or whatever. But I mentioned this in the video, but if there's any way we can hook up an interview with them, I'd love to interview these guys. They're shoot, I'm bad at their names. I'll look it up.
All right, while you're doing that, I have to ask Nate, why were you smirking earlier?
Because of what you were doing with your head.
I guess like, yeah.
You're like rapping in your own head.
Yeah, he was talking about spit bars, so I was just like,
okay, so their names are.
So I just started making me crack up.
Okay, so yeah, the one guy's name is JL, the other guy's name is Lyrics, but it's spelled with like Lear, Ly, and then Rix. So, like the name Rick. Oh yeah, so yeah.
Oh wait. Did he do that song with Jesse and Dumbfounded?
No, I think it was
like Lyricks.
Possibly, I forget. Was that him? Shoot, and Kababo.
Yeah, Kai Bai Bo.
Oh,
I think
shoot.
it was him.
Hold on.
Yeah, so like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that was him because there's somebody whose name is like Lyrics or something like that in the song. I swear to God.
Oh shoot, it is him. Oh
yeah.
My god, I never realized it the whole time. I was just like, yo, why does he look familiar? That's insane. Okay, yeah, now we definitely have to interview them now that we know that he worked with Dumb. Oh my god, yeah, so JL Lyrics, I loved your guys' performance. I mean, we could go more in depth on the vlog will go more in depth on like their actual songs or whatever, but they're amazing. They're amazing rappers. They can rap like so many parts of the song. It's just like them like Eminem fast rapping. That's how fast they were going. So
that's what I like.
Yeah. So that's probably that was a huge surprise. I probably have a lot of footage of that even before Jessie came. So yeah, when Jessie came on, her first song or the first part of her song was or entrance was she did the chorus to freaking Jay-Z and Alicia Keys. Oh God, is it? What is it called again? Because I know it's just New York.
I think it is just called New York.
Yeah,
State of Mind.
Empire State of Mind. Shit. Oh my God.
Yeah,
How can
yeah,
I can't yeah, Empire State of Mind. So for those that don't know, Jessie was born in New York City, and I believe she grew up here and grew up in Jersey as well. So this was her homecoming concert, which it seemed to mean a lot to her from what I could tell. She would whenever she talked, she'd be like she seemed really humbled and overwhelmed by how like the reception she was getting in her hometown and everything, and her family was there, and she was just like, I'm sorry, cool. Mom and Dad, for cursing so. Like, if there's one thing I have to say about Jessie's concert, she dropped so many F-bombs. I think for the vlog, I'm gonna have to make an F-bomb counter of some type because she dropped so many. I think it's gonna be ridiculous. Like how many.
It's like that one video. I don't know if you've seen it. The bootleg fireworks. It's got an "Oh Jesus" counter. He's like, "Oh Jesus," like 100 times. Goddamn bootleg fireworks. But speaking of Empire State of Mind, there's actually a song called "Soul State of Mind" by Verbal Gent and a bunch of other rappers.
Okay, is it just they reimagined the song or whatever?
No, it's a completely different song. Okay. It's just called Soul State of Mind.
So yeah, she did some she did a sort of medley at the beginning. I'm trying to remember this off the top of my head, which is kind of hard, but at the beginning she did a medley of sort of songs from her past. So she did the song No Love when she was in Lucky J. I think I was mentioning this to you guys before. Why did Lucky J disband? They're really good. Lucky J kind of reminds me of the
Did they disband? Cuz No Love was pretty recent.
I think they disbanded officially last year.
So after that song?
Yeah, because I was just like, why didn't I hear this before? This song's amazing. Because Lucky J kind of reminds me of, it's kind of like the Korean like Black Eyed Peas or whatever. Or
I could see that. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, where they essentially like they had the two. I forget the name of the two other guys, but they had the rapping, and then Jessie was on the hook or whatever. Was the hook lady? So pretty much
the hook lady.
I don't know what you call. what do you call a person that's on a hook? Just the person that's on the hook, I guess. Like on like the hook of the song. But yeah, it was a pretty good sort of distribution. So yeah, she did a bunch. It is
of, like, now called the hook lady.
Yeah,
that's
she was
what it's called.
Or the hook man, or the hook lady, I guess. Anyway.
The hook lady. That's so bad.
So yeah, she did a bunch.
Maybe you're on the hook for saying
that. Her first couple of songs were a medley, and then she started to talk to the crowd. I guess this is a pretty unique experience because again, she's American, so 99% of the concert or her speaking was in English, so it's nice to be able to understand it. I think the first solo song she did was Uliji Ma, or Don't Make Me Cry, the really slow song.
Love that song.
Yeah, which is really, again, not a song you'd really sort of associate with Jessie. She sort of mentioned that she kind of said some stupid shit on SNS about, like, I remember she was mentioning, like, why isn't YMC like promoting me for this song when they're just doing like other stuff with, I don't know, like IOI or whatever. But she was just like, yeah, I'm still pretty grateful for like actually making it here. I guess the sort of mantra she had in a lot of her speech was that she's just sort of like humble or proud of how far she made it, because essentially, for those that don't know, again, Jessie's been in the game for a long time, a really long time.
Yeah,
she's been in like 3 or 4
took her a while
groups.
to become successful.
Yeah, again, because her original name was Jessica H.O. Because
just Jessica H.O. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, she's had mild success with that. And she performed a couple of Jessica H.O. songs, which I was surprised because again that was under a completely different entertainment company. So I'm surprised that she was able to use those songs for a live concert. But anyways, yeah, she started as Jessica H.O. She joined like a bunch of other groups like Lucky J or whatever.
Uptown.
Uptown. Yeah. Did you say like half the group got arrested for marijuana possession?
Yeah, well, yeah, that was the original Uptown, which was with Yumi Ray.
Who went under a different
all
name.
of the other members of the group got arrested with Tiger JK for drug charges. And so Yumi Ray was like, "Well, I'm not in this group anymore."
When I listened to Uptown, I was just like, "Wow." But because their whole side kind of sound is like West Coast. Early
like
90s
super old rap,
like old school like Snoop Dogg 90s hip hop. So
yeah.
I was like, whoa, where did this come from?
Yeah, and then they kind of like remade the group with new people, with Jessie and other people.
But yeah, she talked about like I guess how long and arduous her process was. But yeah, she's like really humbled by like how like she's able to finally have a concert here in the United States, and just the like shout outs to like the company that's put together, because I think they did it in like 2 weeks. Like they got all the venues together, or they got everything together or sold the tickets in 2 weeks and all this sort of stuff. So it was literally a last minute sort of US tour.
Like somebody was probably like, hey, you want to come to New York? And she's just like, hell yeah.
Hell yeah, I want to go home. And apparently she had her Chicago date canceled, unfortunately. It's something to do with I don't know, the venue or whatever. But yeah, she's going to she was doing a bunch of other cities as well. Yeah, she did Shut Up. The song that
really? Unease?
Yeah, she did that. But yeah, obviously she did some songs where like that were obviously like covers.
What if Tiffany had shown up?
Yeah, I was just like,
man, that would have been the most sick shit. Dude.
That would have been, yeah, she was just like, she was just like, oh, do you watch Sister Slam Dunk? Do you still watch it? Oh, I'm not on the show anymore. But okay, just keep watching it anyway or whatever. But, yeah, she's a pretty funny person live, mostly because she just curses a lot. I didn't even mention her outfit or whatever. She was wearing these ridiculously like thigh high pumps, like silver, like shiny metallic leather pumps, and she was just like, yo, it feels hella uncomfortable right now because it's just like sweaty and everything. And yeah, she was just like really candid. She was like wearing a bunch of white, and yeah, she was doing the Jessie's typical thing where she was wearing like sort of a midriff with a gratuitous amount of cleavage. as she does.
She paid for him.
Yeah, that was the funniest.
Show him off.
That was the funniest part. She mentioned that or whatever. She was just like, "Yo, who ain't got him?" And I'm just like, I'm sorry. I don't have plastic surgery. I can't afford plastic surgery. I'm sorry to just.
You just raise your hand. She's like. Just awkward silence.
Yo, friggin', she kept, she didn't have, like, anything to throw at people, or, like, into the crowd or whatever, so she was just throwing water bottles, and she was just like, yo, if I hit you in the face, you won't sue me, right? And, like, thank God she didn't hit anyone in the face or whatever, but, yeah, she's a really fun person to see live. I'm trying to think of what other song she did. Obviously, she did, her closing song was Seoni, which is amazing live, like, Again, all of her vocals were live as well. Again, she did since she's just a rapper, she's not really a choreographer or whatever, or she doesn't do like intense choreography. All of the vocals were live and everything. I forget the name of the one song, but there was a song that she brought the Yoks on, the Year of the Yoks to do. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And she really seemed to enjoy like being around them, or she was pretty high on them. She's like, yo, this is the best up and coming like rap group in the scene right now. I'm just like, yep, you're right. You're completely right. These guys are really good.
Because you saw them right before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
So you're like, I as far as Jessie goes, I really hope she comes out with like an album or something.
Actually,
soon.
that's sort of breaking news. After this, she's coming out with an album sometime this year.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. Because all I've really seen from her is just a few singles, and because I think really what made her, I guess, take off originally was, first she was on JYP's song "Who's Your Mama."
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
she was featured on that, and then I think also Sister Slam Dunk also helped.
Well, even before that was Unpretty Rap Star.
Yeah.
Oh right.
That's what made her.
She did a song. She did one of her songs.
This is a competition. They always show that clip in variety shows.
Yeah, she did her song from Unpretty Rap Star as well. So.
Yeah, all they ever do is just rip on her for speaking English.
Yeah. But I mean, again, I don't know how that's much of a detriment or whatever, because she's really good at rapping. Again, she can spit, like, again, especially live. You could she did again, all the vocals were live and everything, and just her concerts her music lends itself to a really good live environment with like really, again, all of her songs are hype, obviously. So yeah. That's Jessie. Not much else to say without rambling on. So the day afterwards, so like I think I got home at like 1 or 2 or like 12 at midnight or whatever. And then I had to wake up. I had to wake up early because I think I had to edit the video. But then after that, I went to see Hyorin. Now, Hyorin was more interesting in terms of how waiting in line. I didn't get the chance to talk to too many people at Jessie. Only like one person because I was already inside at the time. I was already inside by the time. Yeah, it was really loud and everything. But so I got to Hyorin like 3 hours early, and I end up running into 2 of my friends that I met at a Perfume concert, like all the way back in 2014. Their names are David and oh shit. Oh god.
My friends, like they're really good friends, but just don't
remember. Way back.
Yeah.
No, Felix, yeah, because Felix and David, they're really, 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 really fun.
Now Felix feels like an asshole.
Oh. Yo, Felix is legit though. He's old school K-pop. He told me he's been following K-pop since 2007. So
SNSD debut.
Yeah, so like we caught up and everything. You'll see it on the vlog or whatever. But yeah, it was pretty fun to go to a concert with. Or it was so random to see them at it. Again, they're probably the only other people I know in like the world that like both J-pop and K-pop like myself. Because they tend to come down. Or they were there last year at KCON. I didn't run into them though because I think they only went that Friday. But yeah, they tend to go to both as well, so it's always fun to run into these guys. So yeah, when we got inside, the venue was kind of weird. The venue was called the Flash Factory. Interestingly enough, it was right across the street from my old school, Fashion Institute of Technology. So I'm just like, I never knew this place existed, and I literally walked by here every day. because it's kind of in a nondescript area because most of the surrounding buildings are either not there or closed, so it's kind of a sketchy place to walk at night. But when I went the inside, I think it must have been an old church or something, because there like all the way in the back is like pews, which like you can like sit in, or that's where like the sort of like seated area is, but it's mostly standing, right? And then there's like murals of like Jesus and like other religious figures everywhere. I'm just like, yo, they turned this church into like a lit nightclub or something. I'm just like, damn, what happened? So yeah, it was a pretty interesting atmosphere. So the opening act for
going to church to worship a goddess.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if Jesus would approve of Hyorin's performance.
I don't know. She's very risque. So really randomly, DJ Vermin was there again, except he was the one doing the DJing before the concert. So
didn't they put on one of these?
What?
Like their label.
Yeah, Transparency Agency is was the one in charge of Hyorin's concert, and okay. They own they're in Year of the Ox is signed under Transparency Agency, so
they have ties to both of these.
But a cute thing was that at the end of the Jessie concert, she was just like, "Yo, tomorrow go and support my girl Hyorin." I was just like, "Oh, that's pretty cute," even though they're not part of the same label or whatever. And I mean, I think they performed songs together, right? So it sucks that they couldn't do, or like in live performances, I think I've seen, but it sucks that they couldn't tour together. That would have been amazing to see both of them back to back. Anyway, so the opening act for Hyorin was, I think he's an Asian American. I don't know what his distinct nationality is, but an Asian American guy. His name is Elijah Liu. He's sort of an R&B sort of singer. He was an American Idol contestant. I don't remember from what season exactly, but he was a former American Idol contestant. It must have been one of the later seasons, because when I looked up his Wikipedia page, it was talking about like Nicki Minaj and everything, and Nicki Minaj was a judge towards the end of
Nicki Minaj judged American Idol.
Yeah,
she did.
I had no idea how that ever.
Don't know why, but
he was pretty good. It's just like or you could tell that his sound was inspired by a lot of like 2000s American R&B, because that's what it really sounded like. A lot of like, it kind of reminded me of like old school Usher. So yeah, he was pretty good. I mean, obviously like nobody was really there for him, unfortunately. But I mean, we tried to give him as much love as possible. He seemed like a pretty nice guy. And then after that, there was an intermission and everything before Hyorin went on. So this guy goes on stage, and he's just like, "Yo, I think his name was, it was like a French name. I'm sorry, he was an Asian guy though, but like Francois.
With a French name.
Yeah, I think his name was like Francois or something. But he was just like I think he was just like mentioning, "Oh, I'm a really big Hyorin fan and everything," and he had his girlfriend up there with him, and then out of nowhere, he just drops on one knee and proposes to his girlfriend at a Hyorin concert. And I
wonder what she thought she was going up there for.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're. I mean, maybe I didn't get a chance to ask them that, but it was just like, what goes through your mind when you just like randomly go up on stage? Maybe he was just like saying like, maybe he's gonna get to introduce Hyorin or whatever, not actually propose to me. And then so he goes into the whole like proposal thing down on one knee, and like the whole building goes crazy, and
I was like,
just like and everyone was, and then she was just like. She didn't say yes. She was just like, hell yes. So, yeah, they seemed really happy. And then afterwards, I got to do a tiny bit of an interview with them. And I'm just like, they were just like, oh, we're really big Hyorin fans and everything. I'm just like, yo, is Hyorin going to go to your wedding? And she's like, maybe. So, okay, I'm going to put this out there right now. We have to once I get the vlog up and everything, maybe I can clip it out and put it on Instagram. We have to find a way to either A, get Hyorin to go to their wedding, or B, just get Hyorin to like send them a wedding gift or whatever, because it's cool that they, of all the places to like propose to your girlfriend, they chose her concert. So I think it'd be a nice gesture for her. So I think we'll start like a hashtag or something, or hashtag Hyorin wedding or something. Oh no, wait, that probably.
I don't think that would work.
Yeah, that'll cause a scandal.
Oh no, we'll think of something anyway. But yeah, I just wanted to put it out there that I think it'd be a cool idea to get Hyorin to sort of acknowledge that they proposed before their concert. So yeah.
So she didn't say anything about it at to concert?
No, mostly because she didn't speak too much, to be completely honest. So when she came out, she did Paradise first. Obviously, it was really hard to see during the concert, like really hard, because it's not really. So the concert venue is just like the stage is like only slightly elevated, and then like the floor is just like flat, obviously. So I couldn't.
Oh, so you had like a bunch of tall people in front of you.
Not just that, it was literally. That's probably the most phones I've ever seen in one concert, like up at the same time. Like it was so hard for.
Yeah.
Because usually when
everyone's got their own DaebakCast.
Yeah.
Trying to get a vlog.
You know, I saw there were these. Because technically speaking, you're not supposed to bring a like consumer like a professional camera, but I saw these. Okay, I don't know. Maybe they might be press or something. I was they were talking or asking if there were people who had press badges or whatever, but they were in like the VIP, or how they did it was if you paid for the VIP or meet and greet, you were at the front, and then there was a barricade, and then the rest of us plebes were all the way in the back, and we couldn't see or whatever. But these guys, they came out of like an Uber. They're like expensive Uber like X or whatever, or the most expensive tier
Uber Black
or whatever, because it was like a freaking like limo, and then all of a sudden I see him like pop out a freaking like Canon with a Rode mic attachment, and he just uses that to record the whole concert. I'm just like, okay, they must be important, because I wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah, they show up with a freaking limo and pop out with a giant camera.
Yeah, I don't know. It was interesting. So yeah, she started out with Paradise, but again, Hyorin is amazing live, mostly because her and her background dance, like her choreography is obviously on point. Like again, Sistar's whole concept is just like straight up like the sexy concept. They practically defined the sexy concept. So the choreography in the whole concert was amazing. I guess my biggest takeaway is it was sort of an unorthodox concert, at least from what I'm used to in terms of K-pop. She had intermissions between a couple songs. There were just some songs where she'd go away, and then DJ Vermin would just start playing music again. And then she'd just come back, do a couple songs, and then just go away. And then, okay, so how, I guess to skip ahead, how she ended on a cover of Bang Bang by Jessie J, and then that was it. I thought, it was really weird of her to end on a cover, and it kind of left me wanting more. I don't know, it was a weird way to end a concert, because I thought she was just gonna come back and do a couple of other songs, because she never got around to doing One Step, the song that she did with the song that she did with J Park. What else didn't
you'd think she'd end with like Touch My Body or something?
Yeah, I was gonna say Touch My Body.
No, she did Touch My Body. Yeah, she did Touch My Body. During the middle she did a bunch of like Sistar songs or whatever, obviously, since she only has so many songs as a solo. Another surprise, she didn't do too many songs from her early from her like earlier album. I mean, she did Dope, which is amazing live. That was an amazing song live. Just like the good choreo and everything.
Did she do Umbrella by Far East Movement?
No Umbrella.
What? It was put on by Transparency Agency.
And that's really weird. Like, one, DJ Vermin's there. Two,
and she did the entire vocals.
Yeah, she did all the vocals of it. And at the bottom of the advertisement, for like the web page saying like, oh, this is where you can buy tickets, they have Paradise, and underneath that is Umbrella. So I'm just like, I was surprised that she didn't sing it. I mean, I was totally expecting it, especially with Transparency. Again, I was half expecting either J Park or actually all of Far East Movement to show up. I mean, I didn't know what they were up to or whatever, but it was. I guess in terms of the song choice, it kind of left me lukewarm on it. But again, like, what she did, what the songs that she did was amazing. She did Love Like This, the song with Dokki. Again, it seems like most of the songs that she did was off of the It's Me, her most latest album or whatever. So yeah, again, obviously, which really limited the set list. Again, it was pretty weird. I mean, so what she'd do is with songs that she had like features on, she'd just do the rap part or whatever, and then if it was a Sistar song, she'd do her parts, or she'd rap the other members' parts. So yeah, again, it's probably the most unique concert I've been to. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it entirely, but again, I was still glad. At the end of the day, I'm still glad I got to see her. It just makes me wish I saw all of Sistar, to be completely honest, though.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't disband or anything. So
Yeah,
who
they
knows?
didn't
They might
disband.
come
So
to
again, like
America.
we were saying is like afterwards, just like yo, we need to see Sistar. Hoden needs to drag
saw him.
all of Sistar. Yo, stop rubbing it in. Stop rubbing it in. Anyway,
I haven't seen anyone.
I'm trying to think
You
of
get you get to start with like the best group ever.
Card.
It's like SNSD and then Card. Like that's like the second best group you could possibly start with.
Okay, so yeah, she did.
Even though
Andrew
there were
got to
3
start with
songs.
SNSD. Come on.
Yeah,
Yeah, but he didn't even know who they were. So that doesn't
Yeah,
count.
I ruined in terms of concerts. I ruined myself.
And I
'cause
got
everything-
to start with like 20 of the best groups.
Yeah,
Ever.
I had to. I've essentially.
Boa and IU and Kara.
Yeah, I've essentially.
SNSD better be at KCON because of for hype.
No, well they got to do their world tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that'll be after their album, I would think, so they can
but they'll be
perform the new
preparing for the
songs.
album.
Oh, I
They're
forgot to
not
show you
gonna
guys.
go
I
to
got
KCON.
from this concert.
Come on, man.
I ended up getting a
2
T-shirt.
days.
Here, give me a second.
It's not gonna happen.
Where did I put
It
Don't
better
get your
happen.
hopes
It's
up.
going. It's going.
Don't
to
get your
happen.
hopes up.
I'm not getting my
We
hopes
can
up.
hope
It's going
for
to happen.
like
I'm
twice.
going to will it
Twice
into
is the best we can
existence.
hope for.
She was. She was
I'm going to
selling
will it
merch
into
at the-
existence.
Or an IOI reunion. Please, for the love of God.
No, that's
What?
even less likely.
So yeah, she was selling merch, so I ended up getting this T-shirt. I don't know if you
Yo,
can see
that
the-
is that is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. And then on the back is
LNAY.
Yeah, I don't get it.
yeah, I don't.
Yeah, what's LNAY?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't figured that out myself yet. But yeah, the merch is pretty cool. The shirt was pretty cool.
You just gonna wear a shirt with some like racist symbol on it, but you'd have no idea.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I usually wear. I'm probably gonna wear like a bomber jacket over it anyway. But yeah, yeah. I really wish that it was a whole Sistar concert, or the concert was more fulfilling. But again, I'm still glad I got to see her. So yeah, it was a pretty busy weekend. I'm still in the processing of editing all of these videos. So we'll see how timely of a video or how timely of a schedule they'll be put up. But yeah, that was my concert experience, and now I need to rest for a whole another month until EXO, because I know that's gonna be insane.
It's gonna be even worse than Got 7 as far as screaming goes.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's gonna be PG.
Dude,
Yeah,
you're
no,
not
I know.
even gonna.
I know, because
You're
I
not
remember.
even gonna be able to even hear the song.
Definitely
You're just
bring
hearing screeching.
No, that's
earplugs.
why. That's why I always bring concert earplugs, because I usually go to a lot of rock concerts and everything, but I do not want to lose my hearing. If there's one thing you could take away from all this, bring concert earplugs no matter wherever you go, because losing your ability to listen to music is just the scariest thought, like ever. I'd rather knock on wood. I'd rather lose my sight than lose my hearing. But yeah, well, I'll be taking a break. But yeah, EXO is gonna be the next concert vlog that I'll be doing, which it should be fun because I'm going with Kim. So the person freaking responsible for getting me into K-pop. So this should be fun.
All right.
Serious topic time.
Yep.
Yeah, serious time. I have like tons of notes on it, so it might be a long topic. So get buckled in for the ride, and yeah. So the next topic is on the previous president of South Korea, Park Geun-Hye, who was recently impeached, and sort of I got like a ton of background information on her, and then we can also go on the sort of rundown on what happened leading up to the impeachment, and then the aftermath as well. So she had like a very eventful life, I'd say.
Yeah.
Like, so
I mean,
she was the daughter of the first president of South Korea from the current government of South Korea.
Yeah. Who was like a dictator, basically, from what I understand.
Yes. So
Yeah, he took power through a coup d'état. So
Yeah.
yeah. Were you gonna say something, Andrew?
his name is Park Chung-hee,
Yep.
who is the like first or he was the second well-known president of Korea, because the person before him, who I think was president during the time of like the Korean War and everything, yeah, he was. If in my tiny like time looking into Korean history, it just seems that every time there's a leader, like an oppressive autocratic leader, they get overthrown, and the person that
by
they
another
gets,
one.
they get overthrown, and the next person just becomes like a crazy autocratic leader. Like the reason I'm fairly sure the reason why G-Dragon made the entire album called Coup d'etat is because literally coup d'etats are what shaped the entire country of South Korea, because it happened like Korea's like political revolution, like
It was extremely unstable till the 70s.
and it's so recent. Like Korea was shaping itself like in terms of like political government and everything only like 50 or 60, 70 years ago, compared to, which is like crazy considering here in the United States we've essentially had the same government for well over almost 250 years now. So
well, I guess if you don't count the Civil War.
Yeah, that's true. But
even so, it's 150 years since then. So
yeah, again, that's the one thing I took away from all this. It's just we're ultimately Park Geun-Hye getting impeached is just a drop in the bucket of the violent revolution that's occurred in Korea's history. Anyway.
Yeah, like it's nothing compared to it, but yeah, like so again, like her life was very, very eventful. Like her mother was killed by a North Korean assassin who was trying to kill her father. And then her father wasn't killed by a North Korean assassin. He was killed by his own spy chief.
Mm-hmm. That's like incredible.
Dude
like,
needs better friends.
Yeah, well, I mean that's usually what happens. I mean,
needed.
Obviously the most famous example being Caesar being killed by Brutus or whatever. It's just whenever you become an autocratic dictator, it's just you just become so paranoid that you can't trust anyone because literally everyone wants that power or whatever. It's just obviously absolute power corrupts absolutely, as the saying goes.
Well, wasn't Caesar killed by like all his friends?
Yeah, or they with friends like these, who needs enemies? Could be completely honest. So yeah, they were.
Yeah.
That's you don't have a normal childhood when both of your parents get assassinated, to be completely honest.
So following the deaths of her parents, she becomes Batman. Just kidding. She actually goes into like sort of, I guess, reclusiveness, I guess, for until 1998 when she returns to politics amidst the Asian financial crisis, which was like crazy. Like some of the biggest it's like, I guess it's similar to the one that we experienced in the United States in 2008.
Yeah.
Very similar. A lot of the biggest corporations like crumbled and were disappeared. Like Daewoo, they're gone. But from what I've heard, actually, apparently they're not actually gone. They just went bankrupt, created a new company, and then bought out all the shares from that company.
For
the old one.
That's fun. That's always fun.
So she returned to politics in 1998 to try to save the country from the Asian financial crisis. And then in 2004, she became the leader of the main conservative party, of Korea in the parliament. And then this one's pretty crazy. Apparently in 2006, this is before she was even, this is when she was running for president the first time. In 2006, during an election rally, an assailant slashed her in the cheek with a knife.
Oh, again, Korea has such a violent political. Again, you think it's bad here in the United States, but I think there's famous videos of where in their parliament or whatever, everyone just starts coming to blows or whatever. They literally fight each other in their parliament. It's insane.
It's very sensational. Yeah. And then, and then it leads to 2012. She finally wins the presidential election. And,
I was there.
Were you there when she was
I
elected?
was in Korea when that happened, yeah.
Wow, that's insane.
So was there politics everywhere, like you looked?
Not really, no.
No,
I mean,
I guess
I could have just not noticed it because it was in Korean.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
But I don't know. I just know people weren't happy.
I feel like if I was fluent in Korean, I'd be all up in that stuff. I'd be reading about it all the time.
Yeah, no, it's definitely fascinating, this whole history.
Yeah. And then fast forward to the Sewol ferry sinking tragedy.
Disaster.
And her administration was actually blamed for it largely by a lot of people because
or the lack of action in the aftermath.
Yeah, lack of action and not responding fast enough under her government. So she largely had to take the hit from
there was a lot. Wasn't there something like 200 something people that died in that incident? I mean,
yeah, a lot of them were
304 of them, and most of them were students.
Yeah, a lot of people died in that incident. So I mean, it's not a good look when the most pressing national tragedy that your country has had in years is just you're slow on the ball. So I mean, yeah, I can understand the criticism for that.
Well, I mean, it's definitely the biggest thing they've had in years because it's had sort of like a similar effect that like 9/11 had on the United States, where it sort of unified the people.
Because I know like, it's sort of that incident started to bleed in terms of K-pop, or there was a lot of like songs they made in memoriam for all of the students. Because again, they're all young people, all people my age or younger that died on that ferry. So
Yep. Speaking of that, like there's tons of K-pop music videos that had like different symbolisms to it, like the Ark.
Or we were talking about Red.
Is that where they got their name?
I don't know if it is. I'm sad.
That's crazy. That's crazy, Madison. We were talking about one of these nights. You're speculating that maybe the music video of that. I don't know.
A lot of people actually thought that. Same with Spring Day. A lot of people thought BTS's Spring Day had to do with the Sewol Ferry.
Well, they did just donate a bunch of money to.
Yeah.
BTS did. So.
Yep. So there's like a ton of music and stuff on that tragedy. It sort of, I think it had. I'm not saying it's a positive thing, but it had a positive effect on its people. Yeah, on the people of Korea. Again, it brought them together.
Yeah, again, with national tragedy, you often find that it's easier to like unite the country. Again, much akin like, I don't know, Pearl Harbor or 9/11, that sort of thing. So yeah,
it's easier for people to relate to each other that way. So following this sort of surge of national pride and unification, sort of. Among South Korea.
I was gonna say you can't use the word unification when talking about Korea.
Yeah, that's why I had to fix that. So yeah, and then that leads into the most recent events over the past year or so with
weird comic shaman cults.
Yeah. So it's so weird. It's so weird.
It's so weird. It's
like
one of the weirdest things I've ever
seen.
So from what I've read. So she found, for those that don't know, she found like I know like her confidant or one of her most trusted aides in her government was the leader of this sort of like shamanistic cult.
Well, the daughter of the leader of the shamanistic cult.
Yeah, called the Church of Eternal Life. Which so apparently.
Which is the most cultish name ever.
Yeah, when it's called the Church of Eternal...
I imagine them...
That sounds like something out of... That sounds like something out of like freaking Skyrim or like an Elder Scrolls game where if you hear the Church of Eternal Life, you run the other way. Because Eternal Life is for them, not you.
It's like some freaking Daedric craft.
Yeah, definitely.
Scrolls.
So
with all the weird portals coming in, the Molag Bal talking to you through the portal and trying to get you to do bad shit.
See,
like I imagine like a dark basement, and it's got like this cauldron in the middle with people wearing cloaks, and it's just lightning is shooting out of the cauldron, and they're all like bowing down, chanting.
I mean, that's you're not far from there. I mean, it's a shamanistic. That's exactly what it means. So anyway. I think apparently the reason why she got into this whole sort of thing is because it's sort of she was distant from the rest of her family after the assassination of both of her parents, or particularly her mother. So she found sort of a support group in this cult church sort of thing. So from what I've read,
I don't know, how the heck do you find the church? Idea. Was the father close to her family?
Possibly they must have been related, or they must have been close with Park Chung-hee, because again, it's interesting to see.
Again, if anybody's listening, if we have any like misinformation or we like ask a question like that, feel free to let us know.
Yeah, again, we are not Korean political history experts. You know, we're American.
we don't have children to walk in during a BBC interview.
I was gonna make the same joke, man. Anyway, so yeah, that's probably why she seemed to trust them with her life, because she turned away from her like biological family or what was left of it, and found like solace in this cult church. So what happened was, in this most recent incident, is she was leaking government secrets and all this crazy stuff to this cult leader.
I don't know how she could do that. Like it's top secret. Top secret is top secret. You can't like I'm pretty sure the president doesn't even tell his kids like.
So again, with
stuff that he's doing, with
shady,
I mean, Trump might because they're adults, but Obama, I don't think he was like telling the kids like, "Hey, I'm gonna show you the aliens down at Area 51. You want to come?"
Sure, why not? I mean, anyway, so from what I understand of the situation, obviously since this cult, or particularly the cult leader, goes by the name of Choi Soon-sil. She came into Park Geun-Hye's life when she was like most vulnerable. So from what I've read, that church played her like a puppet, like where she listens to every. They were running the government essentially. That's sort of the consensus, that the reason why she confided all this classified and like forbidden information is because she was asking for what advice on what to do, and she was just gonna do whatever they said. What
it reminds me is of like what that sort of reminds me is of like the Catholic Church back in the medieval times, like the church,
the Crusades and stuff.
Yeah. They controlled everything. Like kings answer to the Pope.
Yep.
Like,
or more. I guess more recently, it kind of reminds me of Scientology in a way, where it's a shady, it's a really shady religion that asks like so much of your like financials, or gets you to do crazy sort of things, or their word is final and everything. So it's
like breaks families up and stuff. People.
Yeah, it's a really scary situation. Really we're probably gonna be put on like some Scientology hit list for speaking out against them publicly now.
Oh well, what is Tom Cruise?
Scientology is a scam. Tom Cruise, you can come and find us.
Yeah, no, seriously, Scientology.
It's okay. He's like 5'2".
No, like seriously though, there was this again. Scientology is a very popular sort of quote unquote religion among celebrities, and there's a celebrity who recently left Scientology that put this I don't know, like AMC, like some documentary or of her experience and everything, and from that she said it's like all the higher ups, they know it's bullshit, they know it's complete bullshit, but they make so much money, and having that level of power over people is just intoxicating. And again, it's probably a similar sort of situation here, where like Choi Soon-sil, she's essentially running the country of Korea because the president like looks up to her so much. And again, obviously you don't like with Korea being like obviously a more conservative country, like even that, like I don't think that did not fly for anyone, to be completely honest, from what I've saw.
I think it's clear the way that she used the president and the way that the president fell for it, that this whole cult thing like is not, it's not based in truth at all. Like, usually like when a religion usually has scriptures and stuff to follow, like when the leaders are going around and using it as a device for getting rich essentially and getting power, it's obviously not good-willed.
Yeah. There's again, there's probably something really shady going on behind there. So I think she also got in trouble for her taking bribes. I mean, that's not really surprising when it comes to a politician.
If we want to go back to the timeline, I can take you through the whole thing. So in October 2016, this is when it started to like pretty much ramp up. Is Choi Soon-sil? She was arrested for inappropriate influence on state affairs, obviously, in October 2016. And then she was, and then fast forward to November 2016, she was indicted on charges of fraud and abuse of power in November. And then after that leads into the parliament, the Korean parliament voting to impeach the president in December. And it's so weird because Park, she actually denied wrongdoing, and she called it fabrication and falsehood.
Yo, fake news!
Like,
fake news?
She's basically telling everybody, like, nah, it's fake news, bro. But, like, it's clear that there's something going on, like, and she has to be on it. Well, if she's not, then she's a complete idiot.
She's probably she's probably so off the deep end that she doesn't see taking the advice.
There's no way my religion could take advantage of me.
Yeah, or like she probably doesn't see any wrongdoing in consulting the advice of a freaking shamanistic cult or whatever.
Yeah.
She's that far off the deep end. So yeah, I don't know if you saw this in any of your research, but this caught up a lot of other people as well. Most notably,
Yep. Was also gonna Samsung chief.
Yeah, the head of I think is the president of Samsung or the acting president of Samsung.
J.Y. Lee.
Yeah. So
I think
he was indicted. He was indicted on embezzlement, and that's sort of the same sort of like bribery sort of thing. So Samsung is in crazy amounts of trouble now, like on top of the whole like Galaxy Note 7 situation where their phones are blowing up and everything. And I mean,
their PR is not good. That's
it's okay. It's okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm still buying a Galaxy.
Oh yeah. I'm going to. Well, I mean, I guess as a corporation, not sort of on their products. Yeah. But
their product design is obviously unquestioned, minus them blowing up, or I think it was the batteries. But it's. That's just sort of like it's sort of a norm that it seems in Korea, because like the whole, I think we sort of talked about the chaebol, like the whole like conglomerate of these family owned companies that seem to be above the law and embezzle and bribe, and they just get away with anything they want. There's actually
a law in Korea now that's sort of to prevent bribery, because it's such a big problem right now.
I mean, obviously, it's with any sort of government, and especially with just how much, because there's so much power in these like very few companies, or a lot of Asian companies, or that we know of for like electronics, like Samsung or whatever, or Sony
LG.
In Japan.
Or LG, yeah.
Or LG, they don't make the majority of their money off of the electronics. Surprisingly, they make most of their money off of insurance, or offering like all these other things, where basically there's a huge conflict of interest and so much money exchanging hands, which is why like again they find themselves prone to like taking bribes and all this sort of stuff. And it's just this sort of, I guess, all of this with with the president and with Samsung, it just seems to be coming at a head where essentially like the Korean public just does not trust all of these like huge corporations and the government anymore, because they've been getting away with so much for so long.
Well, it seems like a similar climate here as well, because everybody's always like these, like ever since 2008 really,
the 1%ers sort of thing.
Yeah, the 1%ers are evil, and everything else, it's like them against us basically.
Ford didn't take the bailout.
Yeah,
they're the only company who didn't, weren't
to
they?
be completely honest, that's why I drive a Saturn car, but once I'm done with that, I am never buying a GM car because of that stupid bailout.
Yeah, GM and Chrysler took the bailout.
Yeah, I will only, if I were gonna get an American car, I will only drive Ford. I'm saying it's not no like hail corporate thing. They did not take a bailout. So anyway,
I'm not biased or anything.
It's not like you work for Ford.
Yeah, considering you work for Ford or anything.
Anyway, so yeah. It again, like in Asia, it seems like such a prevalent thing where the biggest companies essentially run the country. It's a lot like how in Japan the Yakuza are there. It's well known that they are a
Mafia.
crime organization, but the government does not touch them because they run a lot of, or they're sort of in the daylight, but they don't really like prosecute them or anything.
Yeah, there's a reason why in the West people often call them the Japanese mafia, because that's what they are.
Yeah, essentially.
Like it's definitely a similar climate in Korea, because Lee, among other execs, were also indicted for bribery and embezzlement, like you said. And I remember, correct me if I'm wrong, if anybody knows this, but I'm pretty sure I saw YG.
Yeah, well, I read YG.
YG was caught up in that.
Well,
they were like accused.
They just found
I think
ties to him or to her.
It would not surprise me
to the company.
It would not surprise me if any like huge K-pop executives had some involvement in this sort of thing. Because again, it's sort of all of these people in all of these major industries, such as K-pop or electronics manufacturing, insurance, government work, they're all conspiring together. It's no surprise. Again, it's just. Like backroom deals and bribery seems to be it's just a fact of life in when it comes to Asia, business and politics. So.
So yeah, I guess following all that, prosecutors actually accused President Park of colluding with Choi, or Che, however you want to say it, to basically just deliberately take bribes from major corporations to get rich. And that's definitely the way it feels, because otherwise, like since she's denying it just seems to me, and I'm sure it seems like that to the Korean people, that she's just playing dumb.
Yeah, or she's just trying to,
I didn't
she's
know
just
this
trying
was
to wash
happening.
her hands clean of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Essentially, again, the thing is though,
she had like a 1% freaking approval rating when she got impeached. I don't think I've ever heard of any president
not even in
being
America
that low.
has there ever been a president, like even like Bush at his lowest never got that low. Even I don't even think like Jimmy Carter at the lowest of his low ever got a 1% approval, because again we've the most like immediate presidential scandal that we can probably compare this to would probably be Nixon, but even then Nixon, the whole Watergate scandal.
He resigned. He didn't.
Yeah,
deny
he resigned.
Anything.
I believe this is the first time in Korean history that a democratically elected leader was ousted from office via impeachment, because usually every other time, because I think Korea is on like its 6th republic at this point, because literally every other time there's been a new president, it's just been, okay, there's a coup, we're kicking the other president out. Now we're the authoritarian, or like we're like they'd often enforce like martial law and everything. So this is the first time that it's sort of been done in a peaceful way, because again, I believe like the last impeachment or the last controversy when it comes to the president was like very recently. It seems like almost every president when it comes to Korea has been embroiled in some sort of like conspiracy or some sort of like backroom dealing sort of thing.
Yeah, I think this going forward, they're definitely going to wise up on these sort of problems, because obviously the people are getting sick of it, considering the turnout for the protests and whatnot. And so I'm actually going to get to that after this next part, the final part on the timeline, which is March 10th. She's finally removed from office, and everyone goes ballistic.
No, but interestingly enough, there was a class. There are still people who are pro-Park, and obviously there's people that are anti-Park, but they like people got killed and everything, or like the riots were sort of like widespread in Seoul and other like urban areas. So yeah, it's just like obviously the people who are pro-Park are they are supporters of the Saenori party, which is their sort of. That's their sort of equivalent of the Republican Party, I believe. So yeah, obviously
it's their like conservative party.
Yeah. So
I think they have like 4 parties or something.
Okay, so
that.
From what I've read, I did a bit of research into it. This incident, essentially, like kind of like what's happening here in America, where the conservative or the Republican Party is sort of getting split among more libertarian-focused minds and the sort of populist.
Right, kind of thing.
Yeah, that sort of thing. Yeah, so pretty much it's something similar happened in Korea, where part of this party was vehemently anti-Park. They wanted nothing to do with her, and then they're obviously the rest of the party, obviously in terms of the parliament, since she's in control of their paycheck or whatever, so they're gonna back her, they're gonna follow her off the cliff and everything. So what happened is they split into 2 parties. They literally split into 2 parties. So the Saenuri party became the Liberty Korea party. So those are the pro-Park supporters, and then there was about 33 members of their parliament that were anti-Park, and they formed the new Baron party, I think is how it's pronounced. So yeah, these are the anti-Park sort of side. So what interestingly happened is that first this their parliament has no majority, because there's in total there's 300 members of Korean parliament.
But there's like more than 2 parties.
Yeah, so at the time, the Saenuri party was at like 126, and then their equivalent of the Democratic Party was at 121. So essentially, their conservative party, their vote is split now because they don't have a majority. They have nowhere near a majority at this point, because you need 151. In terms of seats.
Screwed themselves basically.
Yeah, they screwed themselves over. I mean, obviously, but obviously it had to happen because there's so many people that were vehemently anti-Park that they don't want to be associated with that anymore. And I mean, it seems like parties dissolving and merging and forming again is much more common in Korea than it is here in the United States. But yeah, essentially, probably it seems like in terms of the next governmental election, or maybe even the next election, like the presidential election, it's going to go to the Democratic Party because everyone's just sick of
their liberal party, basically.
Yeah, they're just sick of like the nonsense that happened with Park Geun-Hye. So yeah, that's what, from the research I did, that's what I could surmise.
It's sort of like the opposite of what was happening in America, because in America everything was like has been, well, yeah, I guess for the past 8 years, everything's been run like liberally until the Republicans got
control,
a hold of the Senate and House, eventually, and now we have Trump in the office, and now this is like the first time in I don't know how long that that the Republic. I guess I just outed myself as a Republican, but that the Republicans have had all control.
Yeah, it's the first time. It's the first time
since around in Korea.
It's the first time since I believe Bush's first tenure as president, or George W. Bush's first term as president, that they have a supermajority. Obama had a supermajority in his first term as president as well. So yeah, it's a normal thing. But yeah,
it's all about the changing tides.
Yeah, in
Jacob,
Korea.
Go ahead. I was say Jacob should correct himself. He's a libertarian. He didn't vote for Trump.
Yeah, we're sort of.
We don't want to lose fans.
I'm a libertarian, but I'm registered as Republican.
Yeah, the only reason I'm still registered R is because I can't vote for
independent.
Yeah, I can't. If I register as an independent, I can't vote in primaries. So
that's the same reason for me. I just want to vote in primaries.
Anyway, so yeah, but it's sort of like Korea's like government has sort of been a mess even before this whole like sort of embezzlement and shamanistic cult thing came up, because
it's such a crazy
it's
conspiracy
like
thing that turned out
Tom
to be true.
Clancy book.
Yeah, no, it really is.
Yeah, no, it really. Yeah, I could see, like, rest in peace, Tom Clancy. But again, it's just fascinating that this was all able to happen, because usually what would happen if something like this happened before is there'd be protests and they'd straight up just murder, or they'd send the military to just straight up like assassinate all the students or the protesters, because that's happened like countless amounts of times. And
the only time has that happened in Korea? I know the most famous thing time that's ever happened is in China with the Tiananmen Square massacre.
There was an equivalent sometime in the 80s. There was an equivalent protest that happened with I believe it was in response to, I believe, students were killed, and then everyone just like took up arms, like they straight up like beat the crap out of the military and took their weapons and everything, and then that caused more like outrage and like killings and everything. So yeah, it's just really fascinating that they were able to do this. Knock on wood, they've been able to do this so far without a coup. Because they made a good safety measure where the president is not allowed to dissolve the cabinet or the parliament, because if that was if that wasn't there, she'd just be like, "You're trying to out me? Okay, you don't agree." That's literally what happened in Star Wars, where at the beginning of episode.
Oh yeah, I am the Senate.
I am the Senate. Like, in the beginning of episode 4, they're literally in the process of dissolving the Senate so that the Supreme Chancellor has absolute power. Where in Korea they
episode 3.
They put that measure where to prevent the president from conspiring to like keep power forever and everything. So this just arise like a whole new fascination in Korean like politics and history for me or whatever. So I mean, it's definitely something I'm going to be looking into more.
Yeah, I am as well.
Hopefully it's not as ridiculous going forward.
Yeah, going forward.
But
yeah,
I mean, the thing
not.
is, though, right now their parliament is hung, but not. But what I mean is, like, there's no majority because it's split among four major groups. So it should be interesting to see how everything goes forward.
Yeah, I think Ban Ki-moon, the previous
a lot of
UN
people want him
chancellor or whatever, if they want him to be the step in as president.
Yeah, he was the head of the UN.
I don't know, because the thing is, Ban Ki-moon there's been a lot of like dirt associated with him in terms of running the the UN is not a clean ship, to be completely honest.
Yeah, they're very corrupt.
Yeah, the UN the UN's very similar, where it's a lot of backroom dealing and everything. So it just be the same old shit, maybe.
The reason being is because it's so many countries with conflicting interests. It's it's a mess. Yeah. So following the protests and the impeachment of the president, there was like an enormous celebration, like immediately out in the streets. Like everybody and their children like went out in the streets.
Yeah, it seemed like most people were on the side of that she's insane for sharing government secrets with a cult leader. So
well, like you look at the pictures, and there were like millions of people out in the street of Seoul. Like like they filled the streets. Like I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah, again, it's a fascinating time where, again, there was a similar situation that happened in the Philippines. So my parents were actually, I forget if they were in Hong Kong at the time or if they were in the Philippines but they were living under martial law for like something like almost a decade at that point. But yeah, they were able to transfer power, because I believe what happened was the military defected to the other side. So once they lost the military and everything, like it was like they obviously, like with the Philippines and again with Korea and being like very religious heavily countries, like they first they took over the radio stations and then the churches and everything, and they called it the People Power Movement or whatever. So something similar happened here where like again a lot of just like public outrage and everything, or just like public protests. So I think we mentioned it before that a lot of the protesters use Into the New World as sort of their rallying cry in terms of their protests, because again that's sort of like they kind of want to go into a new world and sort of like past all of this crazy corrupt nonsense in terms of their politics.
Into the new world.
Also female president.
Yeah, which is funny because.
Well, I know, but you said they want to go into the new world, and I was like,
that's why. But it's kind of sad that the first female president in Korea's history has to go down in such a.
It really sucks for the cause too, for like I guess
having a female leader.
Like, yeah,
because I mean Angela Merkel has been Angela Merkel's kind of but I mean Angela Merkel has been head of Germany for as long as I can remember at this point, and I mean we were close. I mean we almost got Hillary. So but I mean in Korea, But I mean, it's not surprising that this happened, considering how contentious her family's history was, considering her father was a dictator or in charge of a coup and everything. So yeah, well, it'll be interesting. I believe, did we mention when the elections were happening?
The new ones. I have not.
I don't know how that works.
Because
did she get reelected in 2016? I don't know how.
No, so
election cycles.
She was
only. They do like
this was her. So
5 years.
This was her first. This is her first term. I believe she was in the. She did not finish her first term. So what's going to happen is, now that she's impeached, within 60 days of them holding up the ruling, they have to hold a snap election. So on May 9th, there will be a snap election for a new Korean president. And again, I don't know, I'm not a Korean politics expert, but it would not surprise me if their Democratic Party would probably win, because everyone's sick and tired of.
So would that person just last until the next actual like normal election time?
No,
I think it'd be similar to like what happened with Gerald Ford.
I really don't know, because right now
he's bad.
Right now there's an interim president, or it's like an acting president, because there's no.
Isn't it Hwang
Kyo-an is the acting prime or he was the prime minister, he's now acting president, since the president got kicked out essentially. So yeah, it'll be, I don't know exactly if the Democratic president will serve the rest of Park Geun-hye's term and then have another election, or if this will start a new election cycle.
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess it depends on how their politics work.
Yeah, if I remember correctly from what I read, aren't they on a 5-year cycle? So this year would have been their last.
Okay, so then maybe
the end of this year would be like a normal election.
So maybe that's why.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Yeah, but again, who knows what the rules are, because again, this is the first time in Korea's history that anyone's ever gotten impeached again. So that's crazy that the U.S. has impeached the president before Korea has. That's crazy. and they've had a much more contentious they've had a much more contentious political history than us. But I mean,
we've never had a full impeachment though.
Yeah.
We've only had it go to Senate and then the president resign.
Yeah, with Bill Clinton and the Monica Lewinsky scandal.
Oh my God,
that's the most American thing to get freaking
get knocked on.
to get freaking impeached over. Of all the things that might happen, like backroom deals or taking a bribe, he got impeached.
You cheated on your wife.
That's crazy. I don't know. Anyway, yeah.
And then she runs for president.
Yeah, and then she runs for president. Yeah. But yeah, I definitely want to look more into Korean politics. We're not experts on this. We've only done I've only been researching this for the past couple of weeks, ever since they upheld the ruling, or ever since the first rumblings of an impeachment were happening last year. So again, I'm definitely gonna keep looking into this. This is obviously a developing story still. We'll probably end up covering
coming again, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, there's only so much we can do as outsiders, but I mean, we'll probably end up talking about maybe the new election, or where we might think of it. So yeah, politics.
Woo! All right, so yeah, that's basically all I really had to say. If anybody else has any,
that's
final,
it.
final remarks.
I'm glad she's gone.
Please, yeah, it was really messed up.
Please do not, if you are president of, I'm talking to you, Trump, if you are president, do not confide. Do not.
We got Bannon's his cult leader.
Yeah, do not confide. Do not confide in cult leaders or people who practice shamanistic bullshit or whatever. Most for the love of God, don't let them know what's classified information and everything if they don't have the clearance. Because you're just gonna end up causing a giant national mess. So lesson learned, hopefully.
Yep. Hopefully the whole world learns from this.
All right.
They won't.
We'll always have crazy dictators like Kim Jong-un that we'll have to keep talking about over and over.
You mean the leader of Best Korea?
Best Korea? Okay.
Wait, do you know about that thing on Reddit?
We're trying to get rid of our few Korean fans that we have, Andrew.
No, do you see that? Do you know that thing on Reddit where if you say anything nice?
It's a meme.
Where on Reddit where if you say anything nice about North Korea, they say you are now moderator of our Pyeongchang.
Well, yeah, and if you say anything bad, you instantly get banned of our Pyeongchang.
You are now banned from our Pyeongchang.
Well, no.
And then there's
it's Pyongyang.
Pyeongchang. Pyeongchang is South Korea.
Pyeongchang is where the Olympics.
That'd be a funny joke on Reddit where you think it's. Or
it's just the 2018 Pyongyang Olympics.
Pyongyang Olympics, Jesus Christ! I don't know if they'd be able to hold Olympics there. Or no, another funny meme is that somebody would follow it up. You're now a moderator of our ping pong.
Has anybody done that?
No, I don't know if there's a subreddit called R Ping Pong. Shout out to R Ping Pong.
There has to be an R Ping Pong.
Dude, that'd be hilarious if somebody said that instead.
No, they do. They do that all the time. But yeah.
Yeah, I think people say that in Paul also. Best Korea.
But yeah. Oh yeah, that's just an internet meme.
Yeah. So anyways, thank you for listening this week. Hope you enjoyed the last topic because it was, I don't know, I thought it was interesting. Hope you enjoyed all the topics for that matter. Yeah, check out our, if you want to listen audio, we always have our podcast links in the description. Follow us on Twitter, subscribe, like, comment. Give us feedback, please.
What do we have upcoming on the slate besides sometime by the time this goes up, I should at least have the Jesse vlog out. In terms of unboxings, I'm not sure.
I'm going to be editing one tonight to put up tomorrow. So that means a week ago it would have been up, so you can check that out.
Which one?
Which one are you going to do, Taeyeon or?
Yeah, I'm Taeyeon.
Okay, so Taeyeon to My Voice should be up. Maybe we'll get another one up the week.
Only the I Got Love versions.
Just the I Got Love version.
Yeah, because Yes Asia decided to take 5 months to ship mine. So
and then
you'll get that a couple weeks late.
Maybe next week or the week this episode's going up, we'll have another one up. I think we should. I don't know. Oh, we got a bunch of them. I still got to film. Don't recall. And then Pristin should show up.
Mm-hmm.
At some point.
And if it doesn't come anytime soon, I'll just go check Koryo books, and I'll see.
Oh, there's 2 versions.
Ooh, I should get it then. All right, we'll see. We'll do that later.
Figure it out.
Yeah, but yeah, and obviously upcoming slate in terms of we'll just keep repeating over the next couple of months. I'll have EXO, sometime in April or May, and then in May we're all gonna meet each other.
KARD.
We're all gonna meet each other for the first
Plus
time.
Plus whatever girl group shows up. If it's not barely present Rania.
Ooh, again, we are marked men after that.
Oh, I know. We
got hit markers on our head.
It's okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, we'll be meeting each other for the first time. So I think we'll do a collective group vlog. So, yeah,
be sick.
That'll be fun.
Should be
all
a
right.
good time.
So, goodbye. Tune in next week.
Oh wait! Oh, quick shout outs to the guy that dropped this beanie somewhere when I was going to
watch. Did you watch it?
Yeah, this is the beanie. Yeah, some guy dropped this beanie in the parking lot of a movie theater when I was going to watch Sword Art Online. I made sure to wash it though because it smells like this thing smelled like vape. So yeah, shout outs to you for dropping this because I like this Stussy beanie. Anyway, goodbye. Stay safe. Love yourself. Stay creamy.
It reminds me of 2PM's last song a lot.
Yeah, actually, I had the same thought. Actually, it sounds like something that would have been like a 2PM song. Again, late 2PM, not their earlier stuff.
Yeah, you're starting to see a lot of this trend lately where they're pulling from electro pop and house reggae.